Y'all are funny. You guys really want me to be in a couple relationships. I know that. At one point, I think I had 5 boyfriends.
From what I understand, you recently went on a very important trip with World Vision. Please just start by telling me about this trip you went on.
Yes. So I recently had the opportunity to go to Moldova. The original intention was actually to go to Ukraine, but it just things have kind of escalated there. And so it just wasn't necessarily a safe haven to be or a safe space to be. So we were luckily able to go to Moldova, which is where World Vision had the opportunity to try to create a team out to try to help the refugees that were fleeing from Ukraine. So I went out there for a couple of days and got to see all of the amazing work, impact they're having on the entire community of Moldova, because it also is a poverty-struck country, but also with all the refugees that are coming. There's a lot. There's roughly about 95,000, and I'm sure that number is going to continue to increase because of the just the situation in Ukraine at the moment. It's getting harder and harder to kind of stay in the housing if they have stayed in Ukraine, just because of electricity or any of like the utility means, things like that, because of they're running out of resources, number one, but also the fact that their power plants are starting to get subjected to being targeted, which is also making the cost for electricity to kind of keep rising, and people are just unable to pay for it. So I'm suspecting more people are going to start coming to Moldova as well.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was going to ask you, for you, your biggest takeaway. I imagine there was a lot, and you probably heard a lot and met a lot of people. Was there any super, like, something that stood out to you the most?
It was a lot to take in. When I was there, obviously, my personal intention was just to really connect and try to learn. I can't even imagine how these people are feeling being in the situation that they're in. But really, I was just trying to absorb, and it took me a minute to kind of process those emotions even after getting home. But I think the biggest takeaway was, number one, the strength and pure resilience all of these refugees have, but also even the Moldovan people. The fact that they were just able to just drop everything and just completely open strangers into their home and just be an actual human and not worry about any political stance or where you're from or who you are, and just completely provide help is just, it was something that really humbled me, and is something that I kind of want to continue to share with my community, just because as long as you're a genuinely good human and love on people, we can change the world. And I truly believe that. So that really stuck with me.
Can you tell me a little bit more about World Vision and what kind of relief they're doing and how you got involved in that?
Yeah, so World Vision, actually, it's not new to me. I actually had the opportunity to run the New York City Marathon with them last year, and that was fully the intention this year as well. But I actually was able to go to Ukraine instead. So I did that. But World Vision is an incredible organization, mostly centered around children, which is why I'm more so drawn to it. But they provide a lot of support and relief in world crisis. So they were able to go into Moldova and partner with a couple of NGOs that are down there, and try to provide resources and means to really provide relief for people that were in need. So, yeah.
What is the best way for people to get involved that are listening to you talk about this?
Oh my gosh, it's just to listen. And I think that the best way to get involved, yes, we all kind of like want to send food and maybe even clothing down there. And as important as that is, and as much as they do need it, I think right now, working with an organization like World Vision, where they're able to really see on the ground what's important, what's needed, like even the psychosocial help, that also needs funding. And providing like kids with practical means of being in a school setting, like the teachers and things, even though they're volunteering, they all need money to kind of keep that going. And so there's so many different facets as to where the fund relief can go. Even host families, their utility bills and their grocery bills are also going up. So helping and just providing by donating money to things like the World Vision Ukraine fund is really what's needed. And so they're really good at allocating where it's what's important.
Well, I don't know how to transition into anything else, but I'm just going to go for it. Thank you so much. And I know we'll circle back, but it's been a minute since I spoke.
Oh, wait, but I have one thing.
Go ahead. Yes.
Because we're transitioning. I need to talk about another really good way for them to invest is to donate $120 for the All Things Possible purse. So they have a gift catalog. And this year I really wanted to come up with something for them to get more funds for the Ukraine crisis fund. So we came up with getting this handmade woven purse. And with each donation for the purse, the money goes straight to the fund, which is what I was trying to say, like donating money to that so that they can properly allocate it. But I think the best way to do it is buy the All Things Possible purse or donate with the All Things Possible purse. And you get a cute purse in return.
Yeah. So how can people buy the purse?
By going, you can go to the gift catalog or you can go online. I can provide a link. Yeah. And then just donate there and they'll go ahead and mail that to you. But it's a really cool token to take with you to kind of remember what cause you donated to and to kind of remind yourself, like it's a great reminder for me just to love on each other and just to be a good human when you can. So the All Things Possible purse is probably the best way to help and provide donations.
Perfect. Well, purse does kind of help me because you've been doing a lot lately. You've ventured into some hair care, some fashion stuff. What can you tell me about some of your recent projects?
Oh yeah. Let's see. Recently, I came out with my own line with Conair and Scunsy, which is quite a dream come true. Truthfully, it's a year and a half in the making at this point, and to see it in stores and online is such a dream come true. It's very surreal. And also to see people using my tools that I worked very hard on. But the line consists of about 45 pieces and it ranges from hair accessories to like hot tools and brushes. So it's pretty fun and it's kind of a reflection of my personality with both like Orange County and New York. So it's a really elevated, fun, sophisticated line for Conair. They've never done anything like it, so I'm really proud of it.
Are you still splitting time between both coasts?
I would like to consider myself a New York City girl.
Okay.
I try not to go back and forth as much. I really want somewhere to just really be home, and I really love New York. So yes, I still kind of go back and forth. My family is there, and I still have a place in Orange County, but I want to make New York my home. So.
You're a New Yorker. Own it. You can say you're a New Yorker.
Life, obviously.
Christmas in New York is exciting, so that'll be fun. Do you have any major holiday plans?
Time. Yes, it's fun.
Do you have any major holiday plans coming up?
Major holiday plans. Honestly, no, just going home for the holidays, but also just like, I just want to make memories here in this apartment and probably have some friends over, have some, white elephant gifting and things like that, which I'm definitely gifting the All Things Possible purse. Watch me. I will have all of my girlfriends wearing the crossbody pretty soon here. But hey, that's a really good gift idea. There you go. It's another way to
check off Christmas shopping and helping someone else.
Exactly. And that's what the season's for, right? The season is for giving, and it doesn't always have to be material things. But which is why like I felt special to be able to even go to Ukraine. Like I was giving my time, and I feel like that's like invaluable and priceless. And so, now you can just kind of help contribute with that with the purse.
100%. It's been 2 years since we saw you on our TV screens regularly. What would you say your biggest lesson or takeaway has been in the last 2 years since you were the Bachelorette?
My biggest lesson. It's just to remain true to me. And I feel like I did that. But I'm really proud of that. And I feel like some people gotta get caught up in the mix of everything. And I think the best practice is just to be you. And I think with that, all of these things have come. And it just kind of finds you like when you're true to yourself. So I think that's my biggest lesson, is just to continue to remain grounded and be very thankful for everything.
You've been having some fun on TikTok lately, making some funny videos about dating and stuff like that. Tayshia, are you single? I saw something about you and a chef at one point.
You know, y'all are funny. You guys will really want me to be in a couple relationships. I know that. At one point, I think I had 5 boyfriends and I didn't even know their names. So it's very fun playing with people on TikTok. But and yes, I am currently single. I'm enjoying my life. My biggest priority, truthfully, I've said it before. I know people don't believe me, but it was really just working on me and just kind of like finding my own in New York City. But also focusing on the things that like really make me happy, which is like my philanthropy efforts. And I really love the fashion industry as well, and fitness and my mental health. So that's been the main priority.
Your friend Austin Kroll helped stir the pot for you a little bit too. How did you become friends with Austin, first of all? And do you watch Southern Charm? Are you into that Bravo part?
So Austin and I actually met originally on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, and we were on the show together. So that's when I met him. I had never seen Southern Charm actually previously. And we kind of just have a couple of mutual friends here in the city, and every time he is here, I happen to run into the man. But he's awesome. Yeah. So I can't say that we're fully in love like he has claimed, but you know, love you, Austin.
No. Would you ever date another reality star like that? Would you go there with Austin? For you, what would it take to make a relationship public? Because you know what it's like to be on all sides of that.
I think, I don't know, never say never, obviously, but I don't know where to go with this one. We'll see what happens. We'll just leave it there. We'll see what happens. Never say never.
With Austin or with anyone?
It's difficult having a public relationship. I think that's one thing it's another lesson I've learned, is I really want to protect that in the future, and kind of maybe keep it quiet and under wraps for a minute, and then maybe let the people in on the news after a little while.
That's
just
fair.
Because people are private investigators. I don't even know how they figure out half the things they do now, but yeah.
No, it's scary, and people are going to ask you. And so that's why I have to ask you.
It's fun. It's exciting. And I get it. You know, you followed a lot of my love journey like the last 3-4 years. So I understand it's all exciting, but at the same time, I kind of want to have a normal relationship to some extent. So
yeah. And I mean, you and Zach even were very conscious, I feel like, of not saying anything really about your breakup or good, and just always nice things about each other. Was that such a conscious decision you made? And are you happy you guys kind of stuck with that?
Yes. I mean, if anything, him and I both know the truth and where we stand. And I've actually never said anything in the media about our relationship except for we're no longer together. And I know people might think otherwise, but that's literally the only statement we've ever given out. So I think that's just something about maturity and how we decided to proceed. And yeah, at the end of the day, no one else needs to know anything else. So
yeah, we can be nosy as we want, but
I mean, you guys can come up with all of the speculations you want, but yeah, I'll just keep being me. I'm just going to keep making TikToks. How about that?
Yeah, perfect. We'll wrap up and we'll finish with goals for 2023.
Okay. I think my biggest goal is, number one, I do have a goal in mind for, how much I'd love to raise for the relief effort for the Ukraine fund, which any donation helps, but also at the same time, I really want to help as many people and families as I possibly can there. And I 100%, I plan to continue to go back to Moldova and Ukraine and kind of keep that relationship going 100%. But 2023, let's see. I hope to work on some more new projects, especially in the entertainment space with on television and whatnot, and maybe really tap in more into athleisure and athletics, and we'll see where it goes with that.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else about World Vision you wanted me to know before I let you go?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest part about World Vision and why I think it's an amazing organization to kind of be a part of is just the bigger purpose in mind and the genuine intent of actually trying to figure out help people to figure out what's best. They don't like to just like impose things on the people that are in need. And I feel like that's like the biggest takeaway that I also took out from Moldova. They figured out the relief efforts of what's needed. And right now they have 4,300 people that will get warmer clothes for this winter that's coming up. But there's 95,000 refugees that came over. So the biggest thing is just to continue to donate and to make yourself aware, and hopefully we can raise more money and just help out people that are affected by the war.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking time to speak with me, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your day.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
For more news, content, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.